Hi, dear friends, and welcome to another Kindred Stitch FlossTube Extra. There you go. Although I think I'm going to give these extras actual episode names because I kind of enjoy seeing my episode numbers go up in YouTube. Today's topic is all my kits. I just hit my right there. I'm actually kind of glad that the last episode kind of got deleted before I could edit it because during that video I like organized all of my patterns to a degree. Um oh my kits anyway, to a degree. And now I know what I have a lot better and I can go through it a lot easier and probably quicker with you too. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Just a reminder, I'm Emily. If you're new here, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoy what you see. Also, um, if you're enabled by the things that I will be showing here, take your time. I have a lot of kits. I have a lot of kits. And there's so many more I want to get. Oscar, why? You were so comfy on the couch. Is it just because I started talking? Huh? This is Oscar. I know, he just looks like a black blob. He's midnight black, but he's such a cuddle buddy with terrible breath. Yes, he is. But he's really only a cuddle buddy with me. He tolerates other people, and he doesn't bite, but he's really only a cuddle buddy with me. And then Teddy is behind me. Did I call this one Oscar or Teddy? I always mix their names up, even though they look nothing alike. So, Teddy is behind me. He loves sitting behind me on the couch and letting me squish him to smithereens. He just loves being squished. It makes him feel secure. And if you don't know, Teddy has literally no eyes. One of them, it actually did before he was rescued by the humane group, nonprofit group that rescued him. And then the other one, he was just blind from it already, and it was they still don't know what it was. They were going to do tests on it to find out if it was cancer or whatnot, but after I adopted him, the people who rescued him did this surgery for free for us. Actually, everything with Teddy was free. I actually only paid the rescue fee for Oscar, the adoption fee for Oscar here, because nobody else wanted Teddy. He's such a love bug. He is really annoying when we're outside, but he's really excited to be outside, and he just wanders everywhere, gets stuck under cars, parked cars, and hits everything. Ay, ay, ay. But anyway, when they were doing the surgery um, for that eye, it went too. And so they weren't able to salvage anything to actually do the biopsies on. At least that's what I'm told. So he literally has no eyes. Anywho, he's back there. Enough about the dogs. Let's get into the stitching. Okay. Let's start. I'm just going to go for it. Let's start with my collection of Bothy Threads kits. So all Bothy Thread kits come in these beautiful boxes. And I'm going to show you the first one I got ever. I actually got this for a steal on Etsy, and I had thought at the time that it must be a vintage. I had never heard of Bothy Threads, and I thought at the time that it must be a vintage kit or something, and that's why I got it for such a good deal. But no, um, Bothy Threads is very well known in the stitching community, and they do amazing stuff. This company is out of the United Kingdom. They are absolutely wonderful. So everything I need is in this box here. I loved this one when I saw it. I just thought that really honestly, if I had my way, that's what I would be looking at outside my window. Well, yeah. I mean, in my old house, in the house I grew up in, and with my parents, outside my window, I had an unencumbered view of the Brooks Range outside. and I love, love, love that. But I can see the mountains when I crane my neck to try and see over the trees and my neighbors' rooftops, but I don't got a direct view anymore. But anyway, I would love to have that view. Ugh. So then, oh, I wonder what this is stitched on. 16 count white Zweigart Ada with pre-sorted stranded cottons and uses cross stitch and back stitch. Okay. So this work is Daisy Window, artwork by Lizzie Spikes of Driftwood Designs. Does this have a number on it? XDD5. Is that? Yep. So this would be the product number, XDD5. Okay. My next kit, the rest of these are in no purchasing order. This is the Wool Shop artwork by Lucy Pittaway. And this one's on 14 count, actually. And then the item number is there, the kit number is there. I love this piece. As many of you know, I am a knitter. So what I would do with this piece is I plan on when I stitch it, just leaving off the greenery there, the wreath, and just stitching the door and making this a winter scene rather than a Christmas scene. Then this is Snow Moon artwork by Lizzie Spikes of Driftwood Designs, also 14 count. I saw another FlossTuber stitching on this, and it was like I gasped, so I had to get it. I just love it. I love, like, look at this. And the moon over the mountain. I just love it. So this one is product number XDD4. And the last one that I have, I mean, you can tell that I have a thing for winter scenes, and I have a thing for sheep. But Bossy Threads has a whole series of the sheep stuff kits in all weather seasons. So I do plan on getting, there's one there in a field, and I know it's summertime. I want to get that one. But this one is there's Snow Place Like Home artwork, also by Lucy Pittaway, also on 14 count. So these honestly should be pretty easy stitching. I mean, I know there's going to be confetti here and here, but not too much. There's going to be some up here. It'll be interesting to see. And these are not stamped, by the way. You know I love my stamp things. If it's a stamped kit, I will tell you, okay? If I don't say anything about it being stamped, then know that it's not stamped. Okay. Speaking of stamped kits, at one point, I don't know why, but I had a huge credit with Temu. I'm talking like $200 credit. I still have no idea why. I had checked all my orders. They were all delivered. I wasn't missing items. I asked customer service why I had a credit, and nobody ever responded to me. So I used it. And what I got was a few other things, but I also got two of these kits. This is spring on, I believe this is 14 count, but I'm going to open it and show you. Isn't that gorgeous? I got one of these for me and one of these for my bestie, Mary. And this is a huge piece, and it comes very beautifully packaged. I don't know if these are extra threads or sample threads because I haven't gotten that far detailed into the package. But it comes with this beautiful booklet of the entire pattern. It's quite large. Instructions for pre-printed fabric cross stitch. Okay. But here's the threads. It's a lot of threads, and I'm not going to unroll them, but there are 3 stitchy cards completely chocked full. And then the actual piece, I took it out for you the first time. I'm going to take it out for you this time. The actual piece is humongous. I mean, ugh, it's bigger than me. There's no way I can fit this all on the page. I plan on stitching this in hand. I prefer to do that on my stamped kits because they're already super stiff, and then the printing on it makes it even stiffer. So there's no need for me to put this into a frame. I know some people do that though, and I get it. I get it. Um, I do have plans to ask for Christmas to get the very cross stitch uh scroll frame scroll frame stand. I think that would be great. Okay, so I'm missing that. That's what I think. That went like this went like this, and everything is back in. Oh yeah, there's needles in here. No, that's not needles. So it didn't come with any needles? That's okay though. I don't need it to come with needles. Preferably, here's my standard. When I get either a hand curated kit or a prepackaged kit, I expect to get everything I need, excluding the finishing piece of it, as in, like, what am I going to do after I'm completely done stitching? So I expect I expect to have, at minimum, the fabric needed, if it's printed or not, uh, if it's stamped or not, all the flosses, needle, and a little bit of extras would be if there were teeny tiny snips. I don't care if they're cheap. Whatevs. And a needle threader. Those are the things that I expect to get from a kit. And I don't always get that. And when I don't, I complain. But that's neither here nor there. But this is going to be a cast on for my 45 and 45. If you don't know what that is, go back and take a look at that episode. Essentially, next year I turn 45. So from the start of my 45th birthday, which is July 24th, 2026, to my next birthday, when I turn 46, I want to complete 45 projects. And that can be of any of the craft styles that I do. Paper piecing, um, journal, notebook making, even honestly, those needle boxes that I was showing you, I count that as a project. Uh, Cross stitching of all kinds. Sometimes I embroider. I don't do it very often. But then also I have plans for getting back into actual machine sewing. I'm going to test it out to see if it still gives me a headache. The engine on the sewing machines, they give me headaches really badly. And then my eyes start burning, and it takes me a couple days to get over that. And if that doesn't happen, then I plan on getting back into some machine sewing as well. Then, in the box that I showed you in my last FlossTube, this one, there is just random things in here. The things that I will show you. Okay, so speaking of weird situations dealing with businesses, I ordered recently this kit from Walmart. If you guys didn't know, it's hit and miss, but Walmart will oftentimes have kits for sale on their website. They treat it, most of the time, it's treated very similarly to how Amazon does, where they're technically independent sellers, but they're selling it through Walmart. Does that make sense? Using Walmart's name. But sometimes it is purchased and fulfilled by Walmart. This was one of those ones where it was purchased and fulfilled by Walmart. Now, this cost me $22. It's Santa Claus at the door. It's a stocking. And I thought about getting this because I had found that other stocking that I had started last year. And I thought it'd be great to do another one too. Like so I can just I have hand knit Fair Isle stockings that I've done for my family. But I have learned over the past couple years of using them that they are pretty impractical for the actual Christmas Day stockings, but they're gorgeous as far as decorations. So I figured cross stitching, I would also have additional stockings to decorate my house with, but also these would be practical. These are stitched. This is a gold collection, so you know there's going to be a lot of blended flosses and everything, colors. 16 inches big. Counted cross stitch kit. Half cross stitch is used in this design for artistic effect kit. Okay. 14 count white Ada. And so it also contains felt, needle, and instructions with an alphabet. See what I mean? Expectations met. Um, but I ordered this, and it was really weird, the listing. It said quantity 1, but then it said in parentheses pack of 3. And I honestly didn't notice that little thing when I purchased it. I thought I was just getting one. No, my friends, I got 1, 2, 3 of the exact same pattern. And um, I'm not going to give these away because I have a thought about them. But I reached out to Walmart and they said, no, yeah, you ordered 3. You got a pack of 3 for $22. What? So that's interesting. So that was, yeah, strange. Here's one of my bow tie kits. I have a collection running of this. I love this one. So this one I had plans to make it my winter one, not my holiday one. So there's nothing serious. Actually, no, there is nothing I have to redo on this. I don't want to take it out of the the Ziploc bag because the package is falling apart because this is so old. But it's just a country scene with the church and the houses. I wonder if one of these houses would be good to put on my stocking hanger that I plan on using for other things. Anyway, love this one. 14 count Ada finished piece is 4 inches by 58 inches long. So, oh, Walgreens is calling. I guess my prescriptions are ready. So the reason that the piece is so long is because you do tie it in the bow in the end, but it doesn't come tied in the bow. You don't stitch it tied in the bow. So that's that. Then another one of my kits, I love this one so much. This is Country in Season Winter by Creative Keepsakes. I've got quite a few of Creative Keepsakes. It came with 14 count country linen by Regency, one piece 12 by 18. Oh, that's the color code thing. 14 count for sure. So here's what it contains. Got this at the thrift shop. Maybe $1, maybe $2. I don't know. Another one of my a canvas cross stitch. This one is a dimensions piece, and it's just I think it's so adorable. These holiday jars that you stitch using floss on canvas. And what's super fun is it comes with the metal ring to make them actually into actual hanging like ornaments slash lanterns. Can you see the metal ring right here? You get a bunch of it. And it makes 4 ornaments, 14 count plastic canvas, wire, needle, and instructions. And this is designed by Claire McFatrick. Okay. Here's one of my stamped cross stitches. The Pink Christmas Barn. This is a Temu buy. There's everything I need right in there, and it is stamped. And this one is 14 count. Here's my awesome pad. Oh, here's a couple more Temu finds. If you go back to my episode from last week, not my FlossTube extra, but I talked about my finishes, my FFOs, and I talked about how I had a whole series of mountain scenes. So here's the other two that I have. And these are on 11 count. And then these two, I mean, the pictures they put on these ones are absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But they come out really beautiful. So I just want you to know that. Um, each of these maybe less than $2 because at the time that I purchased these, I had a rule that I couldn't get any craft supplies that cost over $2. And so that's what I stuck with for a good while. Then it went up to $5. And then when I stopped purchasing for the office but continued purchasing for me, it went up to $10 per thing. Okay, so here's my awesome pattern studio collection, except for the one I'm currently working on. So I have all of these are in 16 count, and this is Kharkov, Ukraine. My brother-in-law is Ukrainian, as in literally born and raised. And so I wanted to make this for him, probably for his birthday next spring. Oleg, if you're watching, forget that I even said that. I don't think he watches. And then we have Budapest from my brother Zach, who is married to Oleg. Zachary spent a great deal of his 20s in Budapest. He won the Fulbright grant and went to Budapest and studied the Magyars, who are the original and the gypsies, as we term them, right? So the tradition with the Magyars is he had lived in Budapest previously, and he made great friends with the Magyar community outside of Budapest, and like was one of the family there. And so when he got the Fulbright grant, he got it specifically to go back and study, and now academic wise rather than just friendship wise, and to write down all of their oral music traditions because they didn't write those down. They're just passed down from generation to generation orally. So I'm going to stitch that for my brother Zach. It might be for Christmas next year. I don't see, because their birthdays are pretty close together. So I don't see how I can get Zach's done and Oleg's done in time. And then for my sister Amy, who spent a great deal of time in her 20s in Germany, I got her Germany in icons. And I plan on hopefully stitching this up for her birthday, which is 2 days before mine in July. But let's just be honest, if I want it to count towards my 45 for 45, I might make it a Christmas present. But get most of the stitching done before that. Okay, so that's all my stitching in this box. There's other completely random stuff in there, like fabric and everything, but that's all of the kit. Okay, I've had a break. I even stepped outside into the cold air, cooled off, and then you're gonna think I'm cray-cray. Let's see what the temperature is right now. But I opened one of my windows to let in some cool air. It's actually pretty warm out right now. It's currently 29 degrees. That's pretty warm, honestly. That's the high for today. The low is going to be 23. So that's pretty warm. Anyway, so let's get into you two. Can I move you, Lasky? Come on, back over here. And Teddy, you move too, but you're going to have to stay, buddy. Come on. Come on, Ted Ted. All right, so these are all, for the most part, my smalls my wool felt projects, and um, some of my Christmas, but not all of my Christmas. So let's start with the wool felts. Teddy bear, come on, baby. I know you're a happy boy. You're a happy boy. All right. Now that he's found me, he's not gonna stop. Teddy bear, are you gonna sit up there on my projects? Okay. So this first one here is a stand-up felt kit, applique, and everything of Santa Claus, holding a Christmas tree and a bag of toys. I love it. And it comes with everything but the stuffing that you need. All the felt that you need. What's the finish size on this? Um, Finish size is 10 inches by 20.5 inches. I'm thinking the 20.5 must be the tall piece. So almost 2 feet. Not quite. 4 inches short. So that one's a fun one. Okay, I need to get oh thank you. It's very rare that he kisses me on my face. I thank you. I thank you. Yeah. Oscar, don't get jealous now. All right, Teddy. The next wool felt project is along the same theme, but this time, and the same company. Is it Bucella? Yeah. Is the Christmas tree with ornaments. And this one's great too. The finish size on this is 17 inches by 24 inches, so actually 2 feet tall. It comes with a stand on the bottom that you stitch up and the Star of David on the top. What are you doing? We're not playing right now. Mama's recording. Yes. Yeah, we're not playing. You silly bear. I think it comes with everything. Nordic Christmas tree advent calendar. Yeah, it comes with all of the goodies. So that one's fun. So those are earmarked for next year to work on. Then, okay, so those are, okay, velvet project. Where's my other felt projects? There it is. Is that my last one? I believe so. Okay. So for other felt projects and wool applique, I've got a mushroom by, again, Bucella. Isn't that amazing? A mushroom cottage. This is earmarked for this summer, along with Blooming Bungalow. This is technically a needle, like a pincushion kit that I got from my local quilt store, which is called Seems Like Home. They have literally no cross stitch supplies whatsoever, but they did have this beautiful felt kit. They've got a lot of felt applique stuff for quilters. So finish size on the suggested threads. So this doesn't come with any of the threads, but it does come with the beads and the felt. Hello, sweetheart. I know, both of you just want mommy. So finish size is 3.5 inches by 3.5 by 5.5. So in my head, what I have imagined is creating this little mini village with the mushroom cottage and this cottage. So, okay. Are you guys okay? Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is why I'm so hot all the time. These two are furnaces, man. You are so content in there. Yes, you are. And I'm gonna have to ruin it. Yes, I am. Okay. A needle felt kit. This is really hard to do one-handed. A needle felt kit or a punch needle kit. You staring at me? Yeah? You staring at me? Yes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He saw that as an invitation. Oh no. All right, give me kisses. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Sit down. Come on. A punch needle kit that I got from Loops and Threads. I'm pretty sure I got it from Michael's. is this tree. It almost reminds me of a recurring dream I've had since childhood. It's a very detailed dream, and it takes me forever to explain it to people, so I won't. But I've had it at least 2 or 3 times a year since I was 7 or 8. And yeah, so I know it very well. But it comes with the floss, the hoop. I don't think, does it come? Nope, that's the hoop. Don't think it comes with the needle. So then another Christmas kit, but this time cross stitch, is from Bucella as well. Tiny stocking ornaments, counted cross stitch, set of 30. And it comes with the fabric, the Ada, which I believe is 14 count. And then it comes with red felt. And I'm not sure if the red felt is for the back of the stockings or what. But these reminded me of Advent type things. And honestly, I just thought most of them were adorable. So looks to me like the thread is in there, but it's not on the floss card. So I'm going to have to separate that out. That takes forever if you do it that way. And then this one. Mm-hmm. Dimensions, the village tree skirt. Uh, and then they've got matching kits for Victorian house ornaments. And I've seen them around, and I want to get them. But this is the Victorian Village tree skirt that is also earmarked for next year for our house, or maybe not next year. I mean, if we're still living in our tiny house, then it makes no sense to work on this. But if we're able to buy a house in which we're able to have an actual sized Christmas tree, then I will cast this on. I don't think the Ada that comes with it is in the cut of the tree skirt. I think you have to create the swoop by cutting and seaming. Um, but I don't mind that. It just looks like a big piece of fat of Ada, and it definitely looks square. I don't see any circles at all, any like rounding at all in there. But I think this just comes with, so approximately 45 inches in diameter or 114 centimeters. And this is on 11 count. Oh, I didn't realize that. 11 count to me, in one way goes faster, but in another way goes a lot slower. The more threads you add to your needle, the more likelihood you are for them to tangle, for them to get caught up. So there's kind of like the tension just varies a lot. So you have to be pretty mindful about making sure that all your threads are as even as possible through your stitching process. But then on the other hand, it goes quickly because in your head, at least, you get things done faster, and the image it appears faster to your naked eye. So, it's give and take. Speaking of Christmas, here is one that I got from, what happened there? Are we still recording? Okay. Um, here's a Goodwill find, Christmas baubles. I don't particularly like them, but at the same time, anytime I see cross-stitch kits or supplies or anything at a thrift store, it's an automatic buy for me, even if I don't like it. Because I always think to myself, I will find you a good home, even if it's not with me. Okay, so let's get my Mill Hill kits out because I don't want Teddy to ruin them. Okay, I think I got them all. So let's start with the teeny tiny ones. I've got Winter Holiday, Cozy Cabin, Counted Glass Bead Kit with Treasures. So this is a cross-stitch kit, but it is also heavily seed beaded. And it's teeny tiny. All of my Mill Hill kits, so There's the perforated paper back there. But all of my Mill Hill kits will not be done on the paper. They will all be done on 14 count Ada or 16 count. Not really sure which. Um, and this includes the magnet. So this is meant to be either an ornament or to go on your fridge. Same with the next one I'll show you. Um, perforated paper just is too fragile and too dainty for my life right now. Between the two dogs, the toddler, and my big giant of a husband, it's just too dangerous to have around. It will get ruined so quickly, and then I will be so upset. It's just not happening. So I'm just gonna do all of my Mill Hill kits on Ada. So the next magnet I have is from the Autumn Harvest collection, and I really need to put my glasses on. Red cap mushrooms. And this is also very heavily beaded. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking to the back. And it comes with the magnet as well. And it comes with a charm. Oh yeah, it's the ladybug. I forgot. There's a ladybug down here somewhere. Yep. Okay. And then another Emily mess up happened, in which I now have not one but two Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Autumn series of the foxes. And I was planning on giving one of these to my bestie for Christmas. Lots of beads. I think she'll really enjoy doing this. And there's one button which is a leaf. Or at least that's what it looks like on the picture, but I don't see it back here. Oh, it's in one of the bags. It's just in this one, you can't see it very well. So that one. Then as far as Christmas goes, I've got or winter series goes, I've got the Festive Fairy Cottage. Oh yeah, there is one. There, the bird up on the roof, that's a button. And there's the bird right there. Then I have from the winter series Christmas Village Victorian House, and the snowman down here is the button on this one. And last but not least, my latest find. So this one does not have any beads in it, I guess, at all. This is just a Mill Hill Spring Series kit, button and beaded kit, but I've got no buttons in buttons or beads in this, even though I see there's beads and a button on here. So I wonder if they took that out before they gave it to me or sold it to me. But still, it's a good find. I don't need to necessarily do the beads on this one. I can just stitch it as a normal piece. It doesn't have to have beads on it. Okay, then, so those are my Mill Hills. Then let's move on to just some fun ones. So from Dimensions, I've got Hanging with My Nomies. I got this one to stitch for my husband as a I love you, but I want to annoy you present. Anytime I see gnomes, I love gnomes. I have a collection of gnomes. I've got gnomes that were hand whittled for me. I've got gnomes that were hand felted for me. I've got two gnomes that were hand knit for me. No, three gnomes that were hand knit for me. And then two gnomes that I hand knit for myself. They were my wedding cake toppers. I've got a stained glass gnome trilogy. I've got a gnome on my front porch. But anyway, I've got a lot of gnomes. But I don't like the really big, overwhelming gnomes. I like decorative gnomes. Mushrooms, on the other hand, they can be as big as you want. But anyway, so everybody from my husband's work found out that I love gnomes and he doesn't. And so it's a running joke with all of his coworkers that whenever they find something gnomish, they put it on his cubicle. And so he's got a gnome series going on too. I did something for him recently that was a gnome. I can't remember what that was. Did I crochet him a gnome? Can't remember. But anyway, I'm going to cross stitch him a set now. I'm excited about that. Teddy bear, can I move you, baby? Do you want to get squished behind mommy again? Yeah. Come on, get squished behind mom. There you go. There you go. I'll squish you nice and good. All right. So now, you remember from the other episode when I showed you my treasure that I got in that kit, in that mystery box? I told you that I have a unicorn of the same make and series. There you go. I mean, how could you say no to that? These are definitely, most definitely going to be in my grouping of 45 for 45. Yeah. These are stitched on, I believe, sailcloth. Let me see. Pre-stamped kit, cotton. It just says cotton slash polyester fabric, but I'm pretty sure it looks like sailcloth to me. And then it comes with the ribbon and all of the threads, which is not much when you think about how big these are going to be. It comes with a paperboard base, trim, needle, and complete illustrated instructions. Stuffing not included. Well, I mean, come on, how could it be? So pretty much the only thing I'm going to need to provide, I think, is a needle and the stuffing on these. I am not making any changes whatsoever to these. The only change that I will probably do is that inside I'm going to weight them somehow. It could be with dried beans. It could be, I doubt it will be crushed walnut shells, but it could be, there's a thing you can get that's like shredded wood that you get for like your gerbils or something. That might work, but I don't know if that's going to be heavy enough. So it's either going to be, I think it's going to have to be the beans. So those are on my list. And then along with the fun things from Loops and Threads, I got this to stitch for my bathroom. And when I made this episode the first time round, I think this was my first time reading what was said on there. Welcome to my happy place. No, I'm not gonna stitch that and put that in my bathroom. So either I'll come up with another phrase or I just won't have words there. But I've got a whole mermaid, oceany theme, like everybody does. So another fun one from Dimensions is Adventure Awaits. A super simple, this would be a really fast stitch. I can see a kiddo really enjoying this one. But it goes with my mountain theme. So I had to have it. That one's also on 14 count, I believe. It doesn't say. Kit includes 14 count 8 of fabric, hoop, needle, and instructions. Okay. Another one from Dimensions. This one, though, yeah, this one is a canvas one, so a needle point, but it is done with VMC, is Zinnias. I think that's beautiful. And so this one, finished size is 5x5, and it's 14 count mesh canvas, and it's stamped. So that one's fun. Another fun one is a Janlin kit For that I don't know what they call this. Designed by Carol Robinson. 14 count. Oh, Love Is. That's what it's called. And it's 14 count Ada. And it's a stack of books with flowers on top. And there's the floss on the fabric. I like this one. It's not technically my color sense. I have a really hard time describing what my color sense is to people, or my design preferences to people. I just know it when I see it. And just, it's blues, it's pinks, it's greens, it's browns, it's toile, um it's manor houses, it's country scenes, it's graphic designs, it's animals, it's flowers. So why would this not be in that realm? I'm not sure if it's the back stitching that kind of puts it out of my realm. It just seems very coffee shop to me. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Or doctor's office even. Yeah. So these are my style. And you're gonna think to yourself, seriously? I'm gonna say, yeah. From Jiffy Stitchery. This is Summer Barn, and this is a wool needle kit, but it is not done on mesh canvas. It is done on, I know this was not sailcloth, homespun, uh, homespun, whatever. I don't know. But it is printed on there, and this came out in, oh, this one doesn't have a date on it, but it's very 70s, isn't it? Very 70s. So I wouldn't be surprised. And to follow up with that one, also from Jiffy Stitchery and Needlepoint, this one is on a, I thought it was, yeah, mesh canvas. It is not pre-stamped, but this is the Wishing Well, and it does come with 100% wool yarn. Garden Wishing Well, designed by Barbara Jennings. Again, no date, but very 70s. And I like it. This is also, though, my style, and I've got two of these for some odd reason. Design Works, because I like it so much, I guess. Campfire. That's going to be a fun stitch. And yes, I do have two of them. Ta-da! So I was kind of thinking I would stitch one for my motorhome and one for my parents' motorhome. That was kind of my thought. Since I now have two, it wasn't my original thought, I can tell you that much. Uh, and then this is my style. Victorian Way by Dimensions Gold Gold Collection. This is done on 18 count white Ada. Finish size is 8 by 4 inches, so it's pretty tiny when you think about how much detail is in there. Yeah, I love that. This was another Goodwill thrift store find. Okay, I'm going to try to move a little bit faster so maybe we can get through all of this without it being a 2-hour plus video. All right, so continuing on, something that you probably like, again, I don't know why I like this. I don't like the wording on it. I don't like the background stitching. I only like the rose. I'm not a red rose kind of girl, but I am a peach rose, a yellow rose, any other kind of rose, sometimes white, but not generally. I like very open roses. I don't like the buds. Like I don't like, in other words, I don't like the typical Valentine's Day roses. And my husband knows that, and he doesn't get those for me. He usually doesn't get me roses at all. He just gets me flowers that he knows that I will like. Here's another punch needle set. Not really sure if I like this one. Not really sure why I got it. It's a mandala, which I do like mandalas, but it's a punch needle set from Loops and Threads. This one did come with the needle. I don't know why the other one didn't. Ah, my piles are falling. My piles are falling. Okay. Let's see. I got 3 of these, right? Yeah. So that's first. These ones are blankets or pillows. You remember back in the early 2000s and late 90s, that was a really big thing to embroider or cross stitch on pillows that were pre-stamped with the design. I got these again at like think Goodwill, or I mean they don't have the Goodwill sticker on them, so I'm thinking it must have been a garage sale. Never opened. This is a Janlin antique foliage quilt block. What I figured out from my last video is this is only one of these blocks. So in order to do this blanket, I would actually have to get all of these. And I don't know that I'm willing to do that. So I don't know. I don't even know if I could find them. Maybe I'll just do one and figure something out, make it into a pillow. Speaking of pillows, here's some pillowcases. I actually did these back in the early 2000s. I don't think I did either one of these designs though. Pillowcase pair, tulip garden. Doesn't come with the floss or anything like that. You got to get that on your own. But there's the stamped pillowcase. And the other one is blue and violet bouquet. I do like this. This reminds me very much of like thistles, Scottish motifs. And a stamp on the back, which you can't really see. Okay. Now, my super smalls, which most of them came as freebies in my kit or um, my magazines that I get sometimes. So the first one, and this is an assortment from just Cross Stitch World. I think those are the only two. This first one is Nautical and Nice Anchor Kit by the World of Cross Stitching. I like that one. Very cute. Could stitch that up in an evening very easily. Here's another one. This one I believe is from Cross Stitcher. Still on the nautical theme, but this time it's a toy block. And it comes with the felt or a pin cushion, I guess. It comes with the felt to finish it. This one is from the World of Cross Stitching, and it's a bee keychain. You could stitch that up in like 15 minutes, baby. I mean, you know I'm exaggerating, but still. This one. I love this one. Butterflies and bees. A luxury needle roll kit. Who is this one from? Cross Stitcher magazine. Oh, the light. I'm gonna turn this light off. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. There you go. And it comes with the felt. And this is actually pretty narrow. I'll just show you the back so you can see how narrow it is. The finished size, does it tell you? It doesn't say. But that would be, it's like stitching a bookmark, pretty much. From the World of Cross Stitch, The only one in this package I don't like is Black Cat. I might end up stitching this for Jimmy. I believe there's something hard in here, so I'm not going to open it, but I believe the frame for this is inside here, and you can't see any. And then this one is from the Cross Stitcher, and it is a window scene. And there's a number of reasons why I like this. I like the window scene, period. Kind of kitschy. But on the back, look at this. It comes with the fake house wall matting and the frame, the quote-unquote frame, the paper frame of the window. How cute! And last but not least, Seaside Escape by Cross Stitcher. They finished this on a card. I will not be doing that, but the fun thing about this one, on top of everything else, is that the bike there is a button you sew on. I like that. So those are all my little freebies for my magazines. Other teeny tiny kits, I've got Mini Motif Christmas Goose or something. And I've got this kit from Janlin of a Barn. I like them both. They're both fun. Two more loops and threads. One is a needlepoint kit and one is a cross stitch kit. Both of them are remakes from or like crossovers from fine art gallery type things. So this, I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. The name of it is down here if you want to read it. But this is the needle point kit. So it comes with stamped canvas. And the finished size is 3x3. And it comes with a little easel stand. Isn't that cute? And I think everybody recognizes this painting. This is a cross stitch kit. Finished size is 3x4. It's on 14 count Aida and it is not stamped. And it also comes with the easel. Okay. Okay, let's see, just two more in here, right? No, three more. Another one of my series. This is the very first one I ever got that I found at Goodwill for $1.99. Country Christmas Bow by Charles Wysocki. And I don't know what episode it was, but I literally was squealing at you all about it. I was so excited. And I still am. I love this thing. This remains my favorite of all of the bows that I've gotten or seen. I think I've got a balloon one somewhere. Hot air balloon. Huh. Then from RTO, I've got two from RTO. I love them both. This first one is Summer Colors. And it reminds me of Denali with the bears and everything. I love RTO kits. Here's the back. I believe these are all on 14 count as well. And they're super tiny. It looks bigger, but it's tiny. And what's fun about these is a lot of their kits now come with a QR code so you can get the digital pattern keeper edition of it for free. You just got to scan the code that's on the back or in your kit. This one is When the Sun Goes Down. This also reminds me of Alaska, but instead it reminds me of here closer to home, looking out over the inlet when the sun is going down. I imagine this mountain back here, which is not a mountain, it's actually clouds. I didn't even think of that. But it looks to me, we have a mountain called Sleeping Lady. If I have a picture, I'll put it in over here. And this reminds me very much of Sleeping Lady, and that's where the sun goes down every day. So, okay, those are my kits from this basket. Now we'll move on to this basket after I clean all of this up. Okay, last basket. Possibly the most full. It depends on how you look at it. So, these are sort of in order by groupings, but sort of not as well. Let's just start with the biggest one here. Ah, one of my favorites. This is one of my absolute favorite companies, Arbus Art. And this kit is amazing because it comes with the finishing wood piece of the leaf, as well as everything else. These guys are out of the Ukraine. I mean, I know I'm biased. My brother-in-law's from there and everything, but at the same time, like, you gotta admit, the Ukraine produces some pretty epic cross-stitch designs and kits. But see, this is the finishing piece. Isn't that amazing? It's like a maple leaf or something. Now, we don't have leaves like this in Alaska, or at least not where I am. We might have more down on the panhandle, but we because there's like a rainforest situation going on down there and all that, but um not up here. It comes with a nice big printed kit, printed pattern too. I mean, it's oh, Oscar, your breath. Well, I'm gonna brush your teeth tonight, mister. I love this one. So let's continue with the theme of Ukraine. I'm gonna have you all together here. There you go, in the middle. Now this, you also artists? No, these are my independents, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So sticking with Arbus art, here is one I love. This one, um, Dense Forest is the name. And see, this is very much my style. This is like Emily. Remember, I said I want to do a whole bunch of animals for my office. This one I definitely want to do. This is full coverage, and it is not a stamped kit. Also, by Arbus Art, this one is called, I need to look in there. Cozy in the Forest. And again, I love this one. I mean, I told you, I just know when I see it because wait till you see the next one. By Riolis, I absolutely adore this one. This is a cross stitch kit. It's just 1078 is the kit number. And see, we just jumped from one style of uh landscape to this style, which is much more traditional, and yet I absolutely love both. And then we skip to a sampler type style with Riolis. And so this one I love. I don't think though that I'm going to be stitching the bottom half. I think I'm only stitching from here up. That's what my thought process is. Because I just don't see the need to stitch the gate. That's not what's drawing me to the piece. That's like an afterthought. So, oh, by the way, this is how they come from the back. And this kit is called My House, kit number 1917. And then switching again, but sticking within the Riolis family, we have a series of cabins that I've already shown you in my last episode, so I'll go really quick. We've got the chalet. We've got the German house, as I'm terming it. And we've got Santa visiting house, Victorian style house. Okay. Well, I just went through those really fast. That was good. And then sticking with my lesser known, okay, 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 for all of you guys. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. I'm not signed because I'm bored or anything. I'm signed because that was a lot. So this one I got from a lady who had started it, and then just gave up. And this is from Something Special, Counted Cross Stitch, New England Village. And she had started, it's on 14 count. No, this looks like 11 count. Is that 11 count? 11 count, Ada. So this would be a 3-strander too. She did a really good job. I'll get in close to her stitching so you can see. Right? She did a really good job. So there's that. I'm going to finish that some point. This is a kit called Winter Houses by Craft Spark Hobby. Never heard of them. I don't see them around, but I like them. This is on plastic canvas, these Victorian houses. It reminds me of DMC, I mean, not DMC, Dimensions Victorian houses kits. So, not stamped at all. I love everything from this lady. She's from the Ukraine as well. I'm not even going to try to say her name. I could probably put it into Google and have it pronounce it for me, but that's her up there. And this is her gingerbread house kit on plastic canvas. And it comes with everything to finish it. Everything. Wool felt, everything. Beads, charms, everything. I mean, this package holds a lot in it. Also from her is this one. Let's see. Summer in the Village. I wanted this one really bad. Woo! Can't tell. Is that a reflection on my computer screen or is that a reflection that the glare out for you? Can't tell. I love it. Look at those colors. Look at those greens. Lots of green in this piece. Lots of confetti. This is by C&D Cross Decor Cross Stitch Kit. Never heard of them. This is Autumn Manor. I love it. I think this one is stamped. Does it say what size it is? 14 count. I love this one. The quilt's hanging out to dry. This one is so funny. I got this to make for Jimmy. Once Upon a Dinosaur. So I'm going to be making this for Jim Jim. He loves his dinosaurs. I'm currently working on the Paw Patrol series for him. It doesn't motivate me whatsoever. Hopefully this will, though. This is on 14 count. And I'm going to obviously change out the name to Jimmy or James. I haven't decided which. Coming Up Roses by Imaginating Company. Designed by Gail Busset. And I believe this is also 14 count. Yes. And that's what we look up on the back. Okay. Irish Sampler, also by Imaginating. Designed by Diana Arthurs. And I'll read the blessing to you. Let's make sure that there's no glare. And then there's everything in the back, and it reads, May there always be work for your hands to do. May your purse always hold a coin or two. May the sun always shine on your window panes. May a rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you. May God fill your heart with gladness to cheer you. An old Irish blessing. Who wouldn't want to stitch that? And the stitching is so easy. It's all just backstitch. So, or at least the freight is. I have two kits from Servants Hearts Design. One I'm currently working on is the Civil War quilt, the flags. This one though is called My Husband. and I'll read the quote to you. I was thinking about doing this for him for Father's Day this year, but we'll see. We'll see what I get up to. Not every holiday has to have a handcrafted item, but at some point I am going to do this for him. So it says, my husband, a strong arm to lean upon, a tender shoulder to cry upon, a patient ear to to a patient ear to sound upon, a firm chest to rest upon, a loving heart to rely upon. All these things I find in you, my only lover and my best friend. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. You can find my servant's hearts on Etsy. That's where I got this and the other one. And then going back to Ukraine, Latit Stitch. I believe they're Ukraine, right? No, designed in the UK. Never mind. And packaged in Moldova. Interesting. This is Frosted Dreams kit L9938, and it is on 16 count Ada. There's going to be a lot of work up here. Well, all over. This is a full coverage. And then another full coverage from Latit Stitch is Moonlit Night, number L9916. Oh my freaking gosh. Like, come on. What's on this one? This one is on 16 count as well. And then from Luca S, we have a beautiful country house. It really is beautiful. I'm looking from the back and it kind of looks like 18 count. Let's see. This is Ukrainian, by the way, Luca S. Ada 16 count. 51 colors. Holy cow. Okay. Moving on to my commercial ones, I believe. Yes, let's go into the dimension. I'm surprised I don't have more dimensions over here. I mean, I know I had some in the last one, but I thought I honestly had more. So I've got the gold collection ornaments, the Victorian Christmas Village ornaments. This is definitely on 16 count, it looks like, but I could be wrong. And this is the gold collection, so you know there's going to be some complications. Let's see, it says, instructions. Oh, it doesn't tell you about the details of it. There's so much backstitching in each of these. So much. But it does come with finishing instructions. Does it say 18 count Ada? Oh, okay then. That's some steep full coverage. Also by Dimensions, Country Heartland. This is an oldie but a goodie. Came out in 2000. And it is on also 18 count Ada. Never opened. Probably got it at a garage sale or an estate sale. Then we have by Dimensions, I believe, is this my, yeah, this is my stamped canvas one. Not plastic canvas, this is needlepoint. This is Cottage Retreat. Needlepoint done with DMC Floss, though, as well. So a lot of tent stitches. T-E-N-T stitches. So half stitches. And this is on 12 mesh canvas. I am so intrigued with needlepoint. I want to do it so bad, and yet I have yet to start a project. I just allow myself to be distracted too much. And every time I write up a goals list or a plan, I get really anxious being hemmed in by that plan. And then I bulk and I know it's the child in me. It's definitely the child in me who's feeling too contained, too much told what to do. right? And so I just need to talk to that child and let them know, hey, I see you. We're not doing this to punish you. We're creating this list and this plan so you can get the most out of it. And remember, you made this plan. You can change it. If this doesn't fit your needs, let's change it. Did you notice how my counselor voice just came out? Oy, oy, oy. All right, another goal dimensions, peonies and Canterbury bells. I still don't get why it's that must be one of the flowers on here because there are no bells. 18 count ivory Ada on this one. It's full coverage. I wouldn't necessarily do it full coverage though. I don't know that I would do the shading in the background with the brown. I might just do the vase itself. Yeah, I don't know that I'd do the background. We'll see. And then the last one, I got one of these for me and one for my bestie. She already has it. Scenic Farm, 18 count Ada. But you've seen this one a lot. Lots of floss tubers do this one. And you know, the colors are a little gloomy and everything, but I don't know, it speaks to me. I know the farm very much speaks to me. The the woodland in the back, not so much, but at the same time, I recognize that that's more realistic than something else they would have chosen. So, and my last dimension is another gold dimension. I got this on a D-stash on my Facebook D-stash group. And it's weird. This came in like a gift bag, but it came in a gift bag from Dimensions. It's interesting. I mean, it was literally designed in a gift bag. And this is the gold collection, The Finery of Nature. I will not be stitching this on black. I might stitch it on dark blue, but I don't stitch on black. My eyes are not good enough for that. Especially since this is on, oh, it's only on 14 count. Well, that makes things a little better, but still, I won't be doing that on black. We're getting there. We're halfway through. Okay, a couple cutie patooties by Design Works. Not all who wander are lost. This is a finish size of 8 by 12. Looks like 14 count Ada. That's a cute one. I like that. And then, of course, this one. I had to have this one. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. With a, camper. I get why they're always stitching these for the campers, but I mean, I've never owned one of these teardrop campers. I probably never will. And I know motorhomes and C-class motorhomes are not cutesy, but that's my reality, and I kind of like it to match that. All right. Jello. Here's another one of my bow ties. See, I told you. Here's the one that has the air hot air balloons. I told you I had it. They're all over the place. Do you notice? I have them stashed in such random places. From Juchella, Happy Home Recipe. I won't read the recipe. My throat's starting to hurt, but take a screenshot and read the recipe. It's hilarious. Well, at least it is to me. So cheesy and beautiful and cute, and I giggle. This is not stitched on Ada. This is on that sailcloth. So I am in no rush to do this one. By Panna, I don't usually go in for Panna. I don't usually like their designs, but I like this one mainly because I have a thing for windmills. So, and there's sheep in it. So I was kind of thinking I might just do this part of it here and leave off this part, but I'm not positive yet. So is Panna Ukrainian? because there's Russian all over this, and I never noticed that before. For some reason, I thought they were like from Spain. Hmm. I wonder what the word Tana means. Tanna. If you know, put it down below for us all. So we all know too. Um, this is not a cross stitch piece, it is a hand stitch piece. This is satin ornament kit. I got this at a garage sale. I know that because I have a very clear memory of getting it for 50 cents. And I want to make an angel for our Christmas tree out of it. But I do have, it comes with all of the fabric and everything, all the satin and stuff. What this is, though, is a flat angel. So, in order to make it a tree topper, because that's how my family traditionally has gone, we have an angel on the top, not a star. Um, and my mom made the dress for this teeny tiny porcelain doll she got when my parents were first married, and that's always been our tree topper. And so for us, I want us to now have an angel as well. So this is a flat angel, so I'm gonna have to sew on an extra fabric flap or something for the skirt to make it into the ability to be a tree topper. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Here's a really cool one. Something special, Victorian house theme on 14 count. Or is that 11 count? It doesn't say anywhere you can see, but I can't tell. Is that 11 count or 14 count? Can you guys see? I have no idea if that's helpful to you at all. But anyway. Then we have also from Design Works the Open for Business 14 count Ada. Yeah, this looks like 14 count. That looks like 11 count. But I love this one. This is kit 3440. Oh, I don't know if you can even see it. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at stuff on the back. There you go. It's so cute. I think I have one more from them. Yep. This one is Village Shops. How freaking cute is that? And this is stitched on a grayish blue 14 count Ada. Isn't that fun? Look at that Ada right there. Yeah. Okay, just two left. I'm starting to super hurry because Jimmy just woke up from his nap. So this is Buck's Country Farm Stand by Janlin. You see my whole theme here, right? My whole series I've got planned out in my head between all of these so far. So we've got, right? After this farm stand, this barn antique shop. We've got the village shops. We've got the farm stand. We're building an image here. And the last one, which sort of goes in with this image, but sort of kind of takes a turn, is the log cabin covered porch by Janlin on 14 count. Okay, my friends. Oh, those are my kits. Now that does not include my Temu stamped kits. Um, those are in a different location, in a different set of boxes, and would take just as long or longer to show you all of them. Now we can do that. I just need to know if you want that or not. I'm not seeing these back very well. So let me know. I'll finish doing that off camera. Let me know if you would like that, and we can make it happen. But thank you guys for sticking around and sharing with me all of this. I'm so grateful to you. You guys are troopers. If any of this gave you ideas, inspiration, or the itch to get into kits, I love kits. I love kits. I don't have to do anything, and I can get stuck in straight away and enjoy myself. I love it. It's great. Hmm. But I also really love the creative process of picking my own colors. Yes, I will stay maybe within the theme of whatever a pattern calls for, but if it's a kit, I by and large, I mean, there's a couple of times now that I've gone off book, but by and large, I stick with whatever the kit calls for. But anyway, when it's a pattern, I'm more likely to find my own path with colors and DMC flosses. So, but thank you so much for joining me this day, whatever day it was. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I hope you got a lot of stitching done. That would be really awesome, right? Remember, my friends, to stitch what you love and love what you stitch. Ta ta for now.